All right, welcome to project number 15 of our electrical unit. For project 15, we're still dealing with our 3-box setup, still dealing with 3-way switches. In this case, I kind of imagine this as a scenario of a 3-way switch on one end of the hallway and a second 3-way switch on the other end of the hallway with a light somewhere in the middle of our room or hallway. But in this case here, we're also, so that way you get a better view of it, and some of you may have already noticed, but this is another scenario where you only have so many hot wires that you're going to be dealing with, that a neutral is going to be flagged as a hot wire in this case. So this is another good practice of using your resources, using all the wire available from your 12-3 cable, and having that ability or knowledge to be able to flag neutral. That way it's made a hot wire, and using that color coding effectively. So another good example, another great practice, something that we're going to be putting together. So here's our example, and here's how we go about putting it together. So as we normally do, to start with the first box, to start with the first appliance, our first 3-way switch, I'm just going to go ahead and just tie in our hot wires to our first switch. Always start with your commons. And remember, your commons are meant to be your power going in, or the power that's going to your appliance, your light in this case. And your common are going to be the black terminals on your 3-way switches. The gold terminals are your travelers. Travelers always connect to other travelers. You never have a common that's hooked up to a traveler between 3-way switches. So I have my first traveler hooked up to my red wire. Now the black wire, these are the wires traveling from boxes 1. They'll lead over to box number 2, but I'm just going to have to relay these wires because I have to go all the way over to box number 3, so I'm going to have to connect the 2 red wires and the 2 black wires in box number 2, hook those up by a wire nut in order to relay these wires all the way over to box number 3. So the 2 black wires here. And one of my 2 red wires. That'll connect my box number 1 all the way over to box number 3 and connect the 2 3-way switches. And at this point, I'll connect my second 3-way switch. Connecting my travelers before I connect my common. I won't start with my common first when it comes to the second three-way switch, just to eliminate the confusion. I just like to go in order of where that power is going to be traveling, where that electricity is going to be directed to the appliance. So now I'll go ahead and connect my common. This is going to be my neutral wire. It's been flagged as a hot wire. That will be my common. And at this point, I'll go ahead and I'll connect my lamp holder. And at this point, I'll go ahead and I'll start connecting my neutrals, because I've just completed the last of my hot wires, relaying the positive energy, my hot energy, to the lamp holder. So I'll go ahead and I'll start connecting my neutrals. Okay, and the last of my neutrals, relaying back over to my power in. Okay, and then last item, connecting my grounds. There we have it. Our completed project number 15, where we have our power going into box 1 and a three-way switch, relaying that power between the two three-way switches of boxes 1 to box number 3. These two three-way switches in boxes 1 and 3 will control a lamp holder, and box number 2. All of which are going to be utilizing that that knowledge of flagging a neutral, labeling as a hot, utilizing all the wire within a 12-3 cable setup between all 3 boxes. So a neutral is flagged as a hot in order to have that extra hot wire in your 12-3 setup. So on to number 16 of our projects. That concludes project number 15.